Hi, Rod Farrell here again. Welcome to part 2 of my blog series designed to help you get your business making money online. Today, I'm going to talk about the main choices that you have to make when choosing your e-commerce strategy. These choices are critical in deciding how profitable your e-commerce strategy will be, and profit is the bottom line here, isn't it? Let's think about your e-commerce website the way you would when hiring a salesperson. There are basically two types of salespeople: order takers and business chasers. Both have a place, and it's up to you to decide which is preferable for your business. The same applies to e-commerce websites. Let's first look at the order taker. You can choose a cheap cookie-cutter e-commerce website that's very good at accepting orders and accepting payments. This is not a bad choice if you have a big existing customer base that you can simply direct to the site, making it easy for them to place or repeat or new orders. This can be very profitable if you have an email list that you can market the site to at minimal cost. These types of site are generally not particularly search engine friendly, nor do they offer great potential to gain from SEO campaigns. But this doesn't matter if you have an existing customer base that you can market to cheaply. If you need to drive new traffic to this site, that's much harder. You'll then find yourself spending large amounts of money on search engine marketing strategies like AdWords and banners, as well as offline marketing, and you're constantly monitoring the margin between what you're spending and what your profits per sale are. Your second option is the business chaser. This is the salesman that most businesses wish they'd hired. In website terms, it's the custom website. Now, by custom, I don't mean that you pay for a team of programmers to build you a whole new shopping cart application from scratch. Website technology has moved way beyond that, and any website developer that wants to take you down that path should be avoided at all costs. Let me give you an example. Some years ago, I was associated with a company that spent over $100,000 developing an online directory. Today, you can buy off-the-shelf applications that do everything that directory did and more for under $200. Why would you spend $100,000 today? When I say custom website, I mean a website built using the latest tools and applications, configured to give you all the functionality you need in a search engine friendly website that is easy to get well ranked on Google using SEO techniques and is easy to self-edit and self-manage if that's what you want. This is really the only approach to take if you want to sell products or services to new customers who find you on Google. It costs more up front, but a lot less in the medium term. The other big advantage of this approach is that you can choose a shopping cart application that meets your business needs. Now, in this day and age, you'd think that all shopping carts would be much the same, wouldn't you? Well, they're not. For example, do you want the website to track your available stock? After all, there's nothing worse than having to call a customer and tell them that you don't have the product they've ordered and paid for, is there? If so, do your products come with different attributes like sizes, colors, fragrances, and so on? As strange as it might seem, the majority of shopping carts don't track stock by attributes. So the system can tell you that you have 300 men's t-shirts in stock, but it can't tell you if they're all pink and sized extra, extra, extra large, which is probably something you should know, right? So unlike the cookie cutter site approach, you get to choose the functionality you want. You get more flexibility in everything from the way you display products to the way you structure delivery costs. For a business with only a handful of simple products, a basic PayPal shopping cart might be the best choice, whereas a business selling a wide variety of clothes in a range of sizes and colors will need a more complex solution. Now, as I said, both approaches, the cookie cutter site or the custom site, have their advantages. And you need to choose the right one for your business. I've seen many retailers who've taken the cookie cutter approach because they bought on price alone, only to find it just didn't work for them. Then they end up having to start over, so the cheap solution ended up the most expensive in dollars and time. I've also seen businesses with very simple business model who've been oversold with a solution that's way too complex for their needs. Prices for custom websites vary enormously, as you can imagine, but they're often a lot less than what you might expect because of the advances in software in recent years. But the important thing is that you choose the most profitable solution for you, not the cheapest or fanciest, because after all, profit is what it's all about, isn't it? Look forward to talking to you again in part 3.